It's organized world record series 2. Now for today's session, the resource person is with us, Honorable Anakha Nair Madam. So first of all, I welcome to you, Madam, for the dais.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I welcome to the Chief Organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Betkar. I welcome the colleagues from my college and heartily welcome all those dear participants who joins the series regularly. The topic for today's presentation is innovation in startups, which is going to present Honorable, as I have said, Anakha Nair Madam. So before her presentation, in short, I introduce Honorable Anakha Madam. She is an assistant professor from Lord Matha Institute of Management Studies, Trivandrum in Kerala. So with this brief introduction, now I request Honorable Anakha Madam, please start your presentation on the topic innovation in startups. Welcome, Madam. You are most welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. So good evening all. Good evening, sir, and good evening all the participants who are gathered here to attend my session. So before moving on to my topic, first of all, I want to thank and also to give a special appreciation and congratulations to Ms. Dr. Betkar, sir, for arranging such a wonderful platform like this World Record Series. And I'm so happy that you had selected me to take a session on this program, your World Record Group. And it's definitely a career growth for me, as I had going to be completed only 1 year in teaching. I got such a wonderful opportunity. So thank you, sir, for giving me such an opportunity. So now we can move to the topic. So today we are going to discuss about the topic innovation in startups. So is it visible?
No, madam.
No, madam,
Can
not
you
yet.
tell the screen?
Please try, not yet.
Now is it visible?
Yes, Madam, it's visible now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So we can move to the topic, innovation in startups. So before moving on to the topic, I will introduce myself. I am Anakha, and I am working as an assistant professor in Lourdes Matha Institute of Management Studies. And I got an opportunity to take a session in this World Record Group, and I'm so happy. So my topic is innovation in startups. So before moving, I think that you all are familiar with what is an innovation and what is a startup, and likewise, you all have heard about the word startup, right? So when we heard the word startup, the first thing coming and striking into our mind is a business, right? So before moving into our topic in depth, we can just look at who is running a business, or what we call that persons. So who is running a business? Yes, it's an entrepreneur, right? So before moving into our topic, startup, we can just take a brief look about who is an entrepreneur. So when we Google, search in Google or in any book or in something, the definition always we got is that it's an individual who start their own business, and based on some idea or any product they have created, while assuming most of the risk, and also they are in the hope of some profit, right? So innovation. So when we heard about an entrepreneur, always the definition will be like this. It's a person or an individual who start a business based on some particular idea on the hope of some profit, but also with some taking some risk, right? So just I am leaving all these definitions, and I am moving on to some questions. That means whether I can say that an entrepreneur is a starter, whether we can say like that, whether an entrepreneur is a starter. Yes, right? So entrepreneur is a starter because we can say like that, because it's someone who creates something new. So maybe either it may be an initiative or any business or a company or something like that. No. So we can also say that an entrepreneur is a starter because he starts something new, or he will take some initiative to he will start some initiatives or some business or any company like that, right? And also we can say an entrepreneur is a driver. Can we say like that? Yes, the example is in front of us, right? Dr. Badkar sir is an example of an entrepreneur who is a driver because his effort in this for making this program, World Record Group, because he is driving that program, right? So when he didn't take that initiative, this program will be a flop. But because now he will take that efficiency to take the start this program and run. So he's the driver. So entrepreneurs are the drivers of innovation, and every day their determination touch the billions of lives, and also they will create some employment opportunities needed for the economic growth. So now we heard two definitions. So an um, entrepreneur is a starter and entrepreneur is a driver. Then what we can call others. So what are the adjectives? Other adjectives we can give to them. An entrepreneur is an accountable is or he or she must be an accountable and a responsible person, right? So I will tell it with or explain with an example that I got an opportunity to attend a conference, and that conference I got an opportunity to meet a women entrepreneur who is running business she is running a school. So when I got time, I just go and talk with her, and I asked what are the qualities needed to become an entrepreneur. So the first and foremost thing she tell me is that the accountability and responsibility. The main thing is responsibility we have to take towards our work or any work. It may be any work. The first and foremost quality we need is responsibility. So in my words also I'm telling that, so for an entrepreneur he must be responsible for every minute things that happens in the what happens in our business. Okay, so we can say that an entrepreneur is a starter, an entrepreneur is a driver, and also he or she must be accountable and a responsible person for every minute things in their own business. We are responsible, so that we have to adopt. And also the next thing is an entrepreneur, the main thing, he must be an innovator. He or she must be an innovator. So without innovation, an entrepreneur will not develop. So the first and foremost quality required for an entrepreneur is innovator. He or she must innovate. That means he or she must create some new ideas, or they must create some new technologies, some modification in some existing technologies or something like that. So we can call entrepreneur as a innovator also. And the next thing is can we say an entrepreneur is a risk bearer? Yes, right? So when we are going to start, if I am going to start a business, if I seek advice from any other persons, they must say that. Okay, sir. Okay. Is it visible, sir?
Screen is visible, madam. Slides are not
Yeah.
moving. You are on the first page only. If it is,
Now it is
keep as
moving,
well
sir.
or move forwards. Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. So, risk bearer. So, I'm saying that an entrepreneur is a risk bearer, right? So, when we are going to start a business, or when we seek any advice from our any experienced person, the first and foremost thing they will tell is that it is a risky process to start a business, because there are a lot of financials are we need to take a business, right? So an entrepreneur, the first and foremost quality required for an entrepreneur is he must be able to take the risk. So these are the some of the what adjectives I want to add to be an entrepreneur. Because so what are these is that an entrepreneur can be a starter, he may be an innovator, and he must be an accountable and responsible person, and also he is a risk bearer. So I think that you all are clear about what is an entrepreneur. So now we can move to our topic. The topic is innovation in startup. So what is a startup? Okay. Now we can go to the slide. What is a startup? So from the name itself, it is clear that what is a startup? Startup means it is a new program or a new venture, right? So it's an entrepreneurial venture in its early stage of operations, typically created for resolving some real life problems. So from the word itself, it is clear that it is a new entrepreneurial venture, right? So based on some innovative ideas that we have, an entrepreneur have, we are just moving on it to as an startup, right? So some of the common characteristics of a startup company is first and foremost thing is it must be innovative. Innovative means we are not copying an idea of someone else. We are creating our own ideas and we are giving some modifications, and by creating some new ideas or some new technology or something like related to that. And also some other characteristic of one startup company is it's a fast growing. So when in the initial stage, it contains only one or two more employees, and it is in the path of growth, it will be a fast growing company. Okay, and high risk are included in it, and it requires a strong company culture, and it will create smaller teams, and it will we need to have funded by outside investors, and these are the common characteristics of a startup company. Then we can move to the
Madam,
startup process.
madam, I'm
Yes,
very
sir.
sorry. Your slides are not moving. You are on the first page only. I mean, you are not changing.
So now it is visible.
It's visible. The startup process. You are on
Yeah,
this page.
yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, okay, madam, please.
Sorry for the
Okay.
inconvenience, sir. So now we can go and discuss about the startup process. So when we are going to start a process, so we all in every process there may be multiple stages, right? So likewise in startup also there are many process involved in it. The first one is ideation. So when we have any idea only, then we can move on to a startup or any company or in business, right? If I'm having any idea only, then I can move to a business. We can think like that of a business. So ideation means that we need to gather some ideas. We need to gather some ideas, and we have to ask you ourselves and also to the customers. We have to ask the customers' needs and wants, and we have to think of the prospective customers also. So then only the ideation process will be. We have to gather and collect some ideas. Next stage is concept. Concept means it can be a thought of well-defined ideas that has been tested for its credibility. Okay, that is related to concept. So first stage is we have to develop some idea, and next stage is concept. We have to collect or gather some ideas, and we have to check its credibility, how much it will be, how much it will be success. Likewise, we have to do. And the third stage in it is prototype. Prototype means it is a we have to develop this concept into a physical structure. We are developing this concept into a physical structure, that is prototype. So it is an essential, at most ignored practice of the startup process. We have to know your basic right and start with a prototype. We have to, in order to avoid any failure in this future. Okay. So this process means it convert the idea into a concept that has a physical structure. That is meant by prototyping. So after prototyping, the next stage is business model. Business model means we have to plan the model for the business, and it is a company's plan or a company or a person's plan for making a profit. How to make this business and how to gain profit from that business. So that are all are included in the business model, and it also identifies the products or services the business plan to sell, and it also identifies the target market and any anticipated expenses in the future, or likewise all the details are included in this business model, and at last we are turning it into a startup company. So these are the process included in the startup process. So first one, we have to collect, we have to have and must have an idea, and then we have to collect all these ideas, and we have to check the credibility for these ideas, and then we have to convert this idea into a concept that has a physical structure, and we have to prepare a business plan, and a business plan or a model, and then we can move to a startup company. So this is the basic process related to this startup process. So next, I think that you all are familiar with the Startup India program, right? So the Startup India is a flagship initiative taken by the government of India, which intended to catalyze the startup culture and to bring a strong and inclusive ecosystem for innovation and entrepreneurship in India. So in order to support the entrepreneurship and also the innovation, the government of India has taken a flagship initiative called Startup India, and some of the benefits of the startup scheme in India are, first one is self-certification. It is a self-certification process and tax exemption. Up to 3 years, the startup company are exempted from the income tax. And they didn't want to pay this tax. And also it is their government has created some mobile app and some software for the registration of the startup. And it's a single window clearance with mobile app, and patent protection is there, then relaxed rules for public procurement, and it is related as an incubator setup. So I will discuss about the incubator in detail in the following. And so I think that you are clear with who is an entrepreneur, and what are the what is about the startup and what the startup process, and also then related to this, what are about the Startup India program and what are the benefits they are getting from this Startup India program. I think you all are clear. Now we can move to the second part of our topic, that is innovation, right? So what is an innovation? So what is an innovation? Yes, it is an invention plus application. I think that some of them get confused. What is an innovation and what's the difference between an innovation and an invention, right? So I will explain that. It means invention means it is discovering something new. We are discovering something new. When innovation means this invention plus application, that means we are modifying this existing products with some new idea or some new technology. That is innovation. Clear? I think. So I think that this is the most beautiful sentence given by Thomas Edison to explain the innovation. There is a way to do it better, find it. That is the beautiful explanation to innovation. That means there is a way to do it better. You have to find it and you have to implement it. Then only the innovation will happen. So I had already explained that innovation means invention plus application. So we are finding this application, and we are finding the ways to do how we can make it better, and how we can change the culture, on how we can go with the customer preferences. Likewise, so this is the quote given by Thomas Edison about innovation. Then innovation means we have to improve or to replace something new, and that means we have to use some new technology or using new ways of thinking to add value to an existing idea or product. For example, if toothpaste is a invention, but there are different brands now, right? Colgate, Pepsodent, likewise Dabur, likewise there is some in that means that is innovation. That means they are creating something based on their own ideas, and they are selling it as in their own brand. So that is innovation. So some of the benefits we can get from this innovation is that we can increase the productivity of our organization. That means by changing and updating with the consumer's preference and also with the market trends. When we are updating in ourselves, then it will definitely increase the productivity of the organization. And the second one is we can beat competitors. We can stand apart from that crowd, and we can move from the but stand apart from the crowd and our competitors by making some technique changes by in a creative manner. When we are doing, we can stand out from the competitors. And also reduced cost, that means if we are changing also, we can sell it in an affordable price, and then we can improve our brand recognition through this process, and also we can increase the turnover. So I think that these are the some of the important benefits of innovation in business. So mainly the thing is that we can stand apart from our competitors, and we can improve our productivity, and we can improve the profit and for the organization. So so now we had discussed about the what's innovation and startup. Now we can connect this innovation and startup, because the connecting point in this innovation and startup is business incubators. I think that you all are familiar with incubators. So business incubators are the organizations that support the entrepreneurial new entrepreneurs, and also to support the startup companies by providing some benefits and facilities to the new startups. I think that most of them are not aware. I think if one have an idea, one creative idea or some innovative idea, but he's not able to do make it as a startup. The main thing is that he is not aware about the process and something related to that process, because they are not aware how to change this innovative idea into as an startup company. So for that, some business incubators are developed. So business incubator means they are acting as a mediator between this innovative idea. So the person who is having some innovative ideas and with this startup, they help them to guide by providing, they provide mentoring services and provide them to proper directions to start a business incubator. So some of the facilities and services provided by this business incubators are, first one is formal or informal connections with the customer. They help to develop the connections with the customers, and also they will help to develop some relationship with the government agents or the key players. So these are the business incubation services. First one is networking. So it helps to develop the formal or informal connection with the customers, and also it helps to develop a relationship with various government programs, so parties or key players. And peer-to-peer learning is available through this networking services. So they are familiar with some other person. They can create a network with other government agencies or some other key players. And the next advantage or the service provided by them is their business advice. How to start the business? How to start the business means they will assist in preparing the business plan, and also they will provide marketing assistance. Then how to upgrade their skills? They will explain these all things through this business advice facility. And the next is mentoring support. They are the greatest mentors for these entrepreneurs who have no idea how to start a startup company. So they will assist in training, and they will provide business counseling or something related to that, and they will give proper direction whenever they require any help. They will give proper direction. They act as a mentor for them. So that's the main support. It's the most significant support in this given by this business incubator. And also the co-working space. They will provide the working space or the market place below the market price. They will provide some working space below the market price, and also they will give proper direction whenever required. They give provide 24/7 access to all of them. And So these are some of the facilities provided by business incubations: networking, then mentoring, then the next one is funding. They will help in financial support and help to reduce the early stage operational cost, and also access to venture investors to raise funds, and also they will provide some small business loans or something. They will help as a financial support. They act as a financial support to the entrepreneurs to start a business. So these are the main facilities and services provided by the business incubators. Then we can discuss how to innovate as a startup, how we can innovate as a startup. So first thing we have to check is that we have to define our problem clearly. If we have any problem only, then we will go for an idea. So first step in this is we have to define our problem clearly, and then we have to the brainstorm our ideas. We have to brainstorm idea means we will get a lot of ideas related to one problem, but we have to do brainstorming, and we have to find a particular idea, and we have to be open to new ideas. And the first step, I had told you that the most important quality required for an entrepreneur is the willingness to take risk. So to innovate as a startup, we will be willing to take the risk. Okay, and then we have to test our ideas that we had selected, and then we have to take some improvement in our ideas, and we can innovate it as a startup. So this is the process how we create this innovation as a startup. Then some of the benefits from the innovation for startup is that I had already explained the benefits of innovation. So that is, we can stand apart from our competitors. We can stand out from the crowd. Not like everyone. We can stand apart with some special qualities or some special features. And also it helps in the brand recognition. We can build some strong brand, and it can help you to attract the top talent, and it can help you to attract some investors or something. So these are the benefits of innovation for startup. And so for every matter, we have some success, and also we have some gain, and also we have some challenges, right? So for innovation for startups also, we have some challenges. The first one is, for developing new ideas is a hard work, means, or is a difficult task, because we have to consider all the all the customers' preference, and also we have to think about the future while we taking a decision or while we creating a new idea. So the most important challenge faced by the innovation in startup is that developing a new idea is a hard work, and you need to able to execute. We have to execute that idea in a proper way. So that's also a challenge. Then to willing to take risk. So someone start with an excitement, and in some stages, if we face some risk, they will get back from that. So first thing we have to take is we must be willing to take the risk as an entrepreneur. Then you need to able to sell your idea, and you need to able to finance your innovation, and you need to able to scale. These are some of the challenges of innovation for startup. So we can look the innovation ecosystem, the transition from innovation ecosystem to the startup ecosystem. As I had already mentioned, someone have some innovative idea, but they are not capable to make it as a startup, right? So for that, the business incubators is there. So for business incubators will change this innovation ecosystem to the startup ecosystem. They play an important and vital role by providing some support. They provide research and development facilities. They provide mentoring support. They provide financial support. Then co-working space they will provide. So by providing all these to the innovation ecosystem, we had transition it from this transit. So we had transit from the to the startup ecosystem. Okay. And we can tell it with some example. I think that you have, some of them were familiar with this chakra innovation. Chakra innovation means it is an innovation startup. It's a Gurugram based startup, and this has built some incredible device called Chakra Shield. So Chakra innovation is main. The purpose of this Chakra innovation is that to reduce or the climate change, to reduce the climate change. The climate change is one of the most thing now destroying the India's economy. So in order to avoid that and in order to overcome that, some Gurugram based some startup has created a shield, a machine called Chakra Shield. Okay, so it's an energy startup which help in reducing pollution by capturing the particulate matter from diesel generators and transforming it to the ink product. So they are this through this Chakra Shield, they will collect all the pollutants from or pollutants or particulate matter. They will absorb each and every particulate matter from this diesel generators. So diesel generator, I think it is one of the most important pollutant nowadays, right? So they capture this particulate matter from the diesel generator and they are converting it into ink products. So that is the innovation behind this. The particulate aim of this, this is that to reduce the climate change, the destruction of this climate change. And every year India is losing billions because of this extreme heat, and this is just going to get worse, I think. So startups for solving the climate change in India is Chakra Innovation, and it consists of a team of some engineers and also some innovators from IIT Delhi. And their intention is to improve the quality of the life on earth. So we need to improve quality of its air. So they can tell, so their aim is that it's a revolution through pollution. That is in order to reduce the pollution and to reduce the climate change in the India's economy, they are developed as a Chakra innovation. So this is one of the example for innovation in startup. And the next one, another example for this is Water on Wheels, and is created by Pattern, the startup company named Pattern, and their tagline is "Build with trust and build it to last." And this is, I think, water on wheel in many rural areas. I think in many rural areas, in the many millions of women and children in India struggle daily to transport water they need, because someone are living far away from the water source and they need to travel a long distance around 2 or 3 kilometers, and they come and they have to collect water along with their children's. They have to collect the water, so it is a major struggle for in some rural areas. So by in order to avoid that, in order to avoid that, they had traditional sorry the patent company, the patent startup company had reduced the theme called Water on Wheels. Water on Wheels means the benefit they gain from it is that if a woman or a child take a or collect some water from one place to their home, they will maximum they will collect only 18 liters of water. But through this Water on Wheels innovation, they can collect 90 liters of water, 90 liters of water at a time. That means when they are coming and collecting for five or more times, they will get only this water through they are collecting it through a bucket or something like that. But when they introduce this Water on Wheels, they can collect 90 liters at a particular time. So that is innovation behind that. So from this, some study had gone on, and this they had telling that it will, when the women and children are carrying this much 18 liters of water and walking this 2 kilometers, they are having some problems in their spinal cords, and they're having some injuries in their related to some bone diseases likewise. So in order to reduce, so when the Water on Wheels program has came out and that innovation came out, these all are getting reduced, because by rolling this, they need less effort that they taken to carry a bucket of water. So that's a wonderful innovation by this patent company, Water on Wheels. And another example is that wool. Fool. I think that y'all, somebody had heard about this fool. This is made from temple flowers. That means it's a story behind this that and it is related to the what pollution in the Ganga river. Some during some festival seasons or Makara Sankranti, something like that. The temple is covered with flowers. They are for some devotion purpose. They are using flowers. And on a particular Magra Sankranti day, one friend has visited. So one of somebody's friend has visited to this Kanpur, and he made an what interest that we can go and visit the Ganga river. So by when they are sitting in the nearby of this Ganga river, one friend has asked what happened to this Ganga river. It is full of polluted. It is seen as an and what it's an it's full of polluted water, and it's always collapsed in form. So the friend suggested that it is coming from the factory. The waste coming from the nearby factories and shops are dumped into this Ganga river, so it is get polluted. But the other friend has observed it and telling that this flowers, all the flowers from this temple is thrown into this Ganga river. Okay. So he asked that whether this flower can contaminate this water or can pollute this water. Yes, it can pollute the water, right? Because the flowers are full of insecticides and pesticides in order to destroy, cover the damage of that product. So he tell that we can make some innovations, or we can do an idea behind that. We can collect this flower from the temple itself in the raw form, and we can make some useful products related to that. So that is the starting point of this full startup company. So they realized one idea, and they had discussed with each other, and they tried to go to create an create an company or innovative idea. But they use some technologies, and they had collected flowers from all the nearby temples, and they had dried it and make it as and selling it as incense sticks and some essential flavor oils or something like that. So this thus we can reduce this pollution, and also we can reduce the wastage of that flowers. They had made it into a new exciting products without harming the river Ganga. So that is the theme, our innovation behind this full startup company. So I think that you are understood. You can understood from this example how the innovation can turn into a startup company, right? So this is all about my topic. So I think that you are clear about what an entrepreneur, who is an entrepreneur, and how a startup what about the details about the startup company and its process, and about what is, you can get an idea about innovation and also the process, innovate and benefits. And also I think that you will get a minimum idea about how then innovation can start what transform into a startup. So this is all about my topic. If you have any queries or questions, you can ask.
Thank you very much, madam, for wonderful presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I request dear participants, if you have any query, please come ahead. Ask your queries, madam will answer it. Dear participants.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening,
Anakha,
sir.
Nair. It
Good
was
evening.
a very important topic of the day, and also the very, very simplest manner you explain how startups start and how the innovation is important for the startups. And my question is that having said startups are unavoidable in the present context because the government is not able to provide the employment opportunities for the youngsters. So in this context, innovation is also unavoidable.
Yes.
Both are interrelated. Innovation startups. So what you could say about this? How one can be an innovative, the students community, the up generation of young generation, instead of relying upon the government job, they can go for startups. So for that, what they need to do?
Sir, actually, so I think that your question is how to give some innovative idea for the students or something? I think that you are asking like that.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
is it, sir?
exactly.
Yes, we can mold this young entrepreneurs or this from the students through. I think that in now already almost all colleges the IEDC is installed in all almost all the colleges. The main aim of this IEDC is to develop and promote some youth towards this entrepreneurial path. So this IEDC plays an important role. I think according to my opinion, in some institution I think that they are not working it properly, but by doing proper training and by providing some proper guidelines and providing through this IEDC, definitely the youth and the students will try to think, at least try to think about some innovative ideas, and they will be creative and they will move to the path of this entrepreneurship, I think so.
The buzzword is that innovate or perish. If you are not innovative mind, if you are not of something unique ideas you have, you cannot survive in this very dynamic world. That's the
Yes,
reason
yes, sir.
innovation is must for every, whether it irrespective of the age group. And for the startups are now my other supplementary question is that having doing all the efforts, still the startups are failing a lot, then succeeding. What are the basic challenges it's facing?
Yes, sir. I had already mentioned that some startups are being successful and some are getting failure. The main thing is that they have to consider some factors related to the operation of that startup. This we have to, when we are going to start a startup, we have to consider certain factors. The
No,
first
Anakha,
and
what is the major challenge? There's one or two challenges which really taken care of by either government or the institutions or the
yes,
people who are
sir.
into the startups.
Yeah, actually, the major challenge faced by this startup is that they didn't get appropriate financial support. Either the government is saying that they are
You're
providing some
right, exactly.
initiative, yes, they are giving, but they are not getting it in a proper way, I think. So that is one of the main thing. But nowadays, I think this through this business incubators is getting resolved in short and short, I think. So
Thank you so much.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Again, I would like to ask dear participants, please, if you have any query, come ahead. Okay, thank you, Dr. Badiuddin sir, for asking a nice question, and madam have answered it. I mean, the topic have experienced very sincerely, clearly in details, so there is no doubt because every point you clear, madam. Thank you very much. Now
Thank you,
I request the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Betkar sir. Sir, please come ahead and have some words for today's session. Welcome, sir. Yes, sir, we are getting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, as we know, organized World Record Series 2. Today was 163rd day of the series, and the topic was very significant for all those, that is innovation in startups. Now this topic have explained so nicely, clearly, in details by Honorable Anakha Madam. So I'm very, very thankful to you, Madam. In her
Thank you.
expressions at the very beginning, she expressed that who is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur as an innovator, then what is mean by startup, then startup in India, what is an innovations, then 5 benefits of innovations in business, how to incubate startups, business incubation service, then how to innovate as a startup. Now all those points have covered sincerely. No point have left. I think ma'am have explained in details with giving examples, different examples, that is a new innovation for us. We heard today that is water on wheels and the pool, how this company runs and how we get the benefits. Now these are the new ideas, and definitely it is very beneficial to us to know these new ideas for us. So thank you very much, madam. I extend sincere gratitude towards you. Very thankful to
Thank,
you.
thank
I
you, sir.
thanks the Chief Organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Ambedkar sir. Special thanks to Shamnath sir on the screen, because yesterday you delivered one wonderful lectures, and the madam is from the same department, from the same state. So really it is our pleasure that we are saying to you on the series. So thank you very much, Shamnath sir. I thanks the colleagues from my college, Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Dole madam, and all others, Honorable Praveen Woodge sir. And lastly, not least, all the participants, special thanks to you all, because you join the regular the series and enhance the beauty of the series. We get inspires from your presence over to the series. So thank you very much to all of you. Now I request all the participants, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. Thank you once again, Anakha madam. Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
No, sir. I request you kindly. I could yesterday my miscarriage, sir. Actually, that was my topic. My one of the scholars doing PhD on that. I request that resource person to share the PPT or share the sir YouTube, sir. I want to listen actually. मेरे scholar same topic पे PhD कर रहे हैं sir. Social entrepreneurship in South India पे कर रही है. So I'm very grateful to you. Could share the PowerPoint presentation and also the whole presentation, please, sir.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, sir. Maybe I also again join for some new topic very soon. I'll let you know, sir. हाँ, हमारे पास कुछ एग्जाम चल रहे हैं, इसलिए मैं आपको थोड़ा हाँ मैं आपको जय होंगे सर विद न्यू टॉपिक एट जाइन सर डेफिनेटली
I'm
थैंक यू
sorry, sir, to take the Badiuddin sir's name. So
अरे
special
नहीं
thank you, because
प्लीज
you are
प्लीज
the cream.
आई एम पार्ट ऑफ
Remember, sir, please, please, you are the
योर
cream of the
फैमिली
series, sir.
आई एम पार्ट ऑफ योर फैमिली
Yourself.
यस थैंक यू सो मच सर थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you very much, sir. You are the cream. Swanand Shukla, sir, Dr. Badiuddin, sir, Jaivir Singh, sir, Vidyasagar, sir. We never forget this personality among the series. So thanks to you, sir. You asked nice queries, and madam you answered it nicely. So thanks to you all again. Now I declare that with the kind permission of chief organizer, the session is over. So thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, Samnas, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.